Great. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Rosen Harris from Citizens Committee for New York City. We are extremely excited to have you early this morning. And it's particularly early for Tommy, who is all the way out there on the West Coast. And we're just so happy that folks are willing to spend their time with us and sit back and take a breath, because it is definitely a time that can be very stressful. It's a time that tests our resilience. And at Citizens Committee for New York City, we were founded in a time of crisis, and we had average New Yorkers come together to improve the city. And we are definitely in a moment like that right now. And as we are in our homes and quarantining and trying to stay safe, we recognize it's really important to take care of our mental health. And so we're really excited to have Tommy Rosen, who is internationally renowned for what he does in yoga and addiction treatment. We're just so thankful for all that he's done. He's been at large festivals and had tremendous audiences, and he founded Not Robbery to spend time with us, and we're very thankful for that. And we're also really thankful that Citizens Committee for New York City brings people together and supports great work by giving grants to folks that are doing amazing stuff. And we are really excited and delighted to be able to also introduce you after this yoga session to Eileen Kojima, who will talk about her work in wellness and the treatments that will help us get through these difficult times. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Tommy, and thank you so much this morning.
Thank you, Rosen. I'm so grateful to be here, and I want to thank everyone from Citizens Committee for New York City for their amazing work. I grew up in New York City, and to say that I could have used some of these practices in my life when I was living in New York would be an understatement. So I'm happy to bring it today. So I guess we'll just jump right into class, and then we'll be hearing from Eileen a little bit later. Eileen, okay? So Rosen, I'm gonna go ahead and hide you.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Eileen, I'll hide you, and here we go. Okay. So good morning, everybody. I'm absolutely delighted, as always, and honored, as always, to be able to share the gift of yoga, in this case with the Citizens Committee community in New York City. As I said, I grew up in New York City. I recognize the joys and the challenges of that place. And in this time especially, if I had to choose one thing that I could teach anybody, one thing that I could share, it would be how to return to balance. And so last week, I presented a class about the spine, and we were working on the spine. Today, we're going to work on this concept of balance, and we're going to do a series of practices today that bring us right back to balance. I want to remind all of you, if there's anything that we do that is straining to your body or hurtful, or it feels like it hurts, I want you to back off. I want you to take care of yourself. That's the number one rule in yoga, is don't hurt yourself. And the number two rule in yoga is don't let the teacher hurt you either. So if I make an instruction and it's not right for your body today, you feel very comfortable not to do it, and to back off. And to listen to your body first. That's the main thing. So we're going to jump right in. The first thing I'd like to do today is to teach you a particular kind of breath, which we're going to use through the next movements that we do together. And this breath is all about balance and equanimity. So this is called Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi. Ujjayi is a Sanskrit term which means victory. So we're going to learn the victory breath. So imagine you were trying to fog up a mirror. So if there's a mirror right in front of your face and you wanted to fog up the mirror, I want you to do that now. Bring your hand up as if it's a mirror and fog up the mirror. You can feel how you tighten slightly the muscles at the back of the throat. Well, Ujjayi breath The breath that we're going to do now through these next few movements is the same breath except through the nose. So we close the mouth and we're going to breathe in and out through the nose, keeping that very slight constriction, drawing from the back of the throat. You sound a little bit like Darth Vader. Inhale. Exhale. Ujjayi breath is different from normal breathing because very often if we're breathing in and out through the nose, we will pull from the nose. That's the breath where I'm pulling in through the nostrils. But Ujjayi breath is really pulling from the throat. So I'm not sniffing in, but I'm going to the back of the throat and I'm drawing breath in very slowly. Let's try it again. So the origin of the breath will be drawing down into the throat rather than sniffing into the nose. So let's try it one last time and then we'll go into our movements together. That's an inhale and an exhale. Good. I'm going to guide you through these movements that we do now. And these first movements are called sun salutations. These are very powerful and very accessible movements. And you can modify if you need to as we go through. I'll take you through it. So I'd like you to come standing, first of all, on the top of your mat. So here I am at the top of my mat. And I'd like you to come standing. And I'd like you to bring your feet about hips distance apart. So your feet are about hips distance apart. And I'd like you to bring your palms to the center of your heart, just like that. Now I'd like you to stand tall as you can. I'd like you to inhale and lift the toes up off the floor. The toes come up. And now you can feel as if the feet were blocks. You can feel yourself pressing the four corners of the feet evenly into the ground. So take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just release the toes down. Very good. Now I want you to draw the belly in, and I want you to lift the heart, and I want you to draw the chin in slightly. And so you feel like you're standing very tall. Go ahead and inhale the shoulders up. And exhale, release any tension in the shoulders and completely relax them. Good. So I'm going to break down sun salutations for you move by move. Then we're going to do a few of them, and then we'll do some other additional work. And then we'll rest at the end, and that will be our class. Okay. So first, I'd like you to reach, inhale up to the sky. Glance up at the hands, bring them together if you can. And then exhale, hands come back to the heart. Let's try that a few more times. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Remember your Ujjayi breath, pulling the breath from the back of the throat, breathing slowly. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. So that's the first motion. And you'll notice that every motion has either an inhale or an exhale. So every movement has a breath. Here we go. Let's add on to this. Inhale, reach high. And then folding forward, exhale, like we're diving, fold forward from the waist. And I like to bend my knees a little bit because it's our first one and it's early in the morning. Let the head go. And then what we're going to do is press against the shins and create a flat back. And that's an inhale. Inhale to there. Exhale, fold. Then press into the feet. Inhale, reach high. Glancing up. And then exhale, hands come back to the heart center. Very good. Let's try that again. Inhale. Glance up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly, folding forward. Hands on the shins. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Inhale and rise. Exhale, hands back to the heart center. Very good. Let's add on to this. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Now exhale, bring the hands down and step the feet back so that we're now in plank pose. Good. We'll take an extra breath here. And as we exhale, you have a choice. The first choice I'm going to give you, I want you to feel this, is I want you to bend the elbows, keep them close to the body, and lower the chest all the way to the ground. That's an exhale. Place the tops of the feet flat and come up into cobra by using the back muscles to lift the chest off the ground. That's an inhale. Exhale down, curl the toes, press to plank, and exhale back to downward facing dog. This is downward facing dog. And when we're here, I'll take you through it bit by bit. Fingers are spread wide. Knees are bent ever so slightly to get length in the spine for this first one. Good. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. Press evenly into the hands and lift the hips away from the shoulders. Good. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Let's do one more. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, and literally step your way all the way up to the top of the mat. Good. I want you to inhale to come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to the sky. Glance up. And exhale, hands back to the heart center. Congratulations. That is one sun salutation. So that's sun salutation where we're doing cobra when we come down to the ground. I'll show you the other option now. Bring the palms together at the heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Remember your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, bring the hands down and step back to plank. Let's take an extra breath here. Now, this other option, rather than going down all the way to the ground, we go halfway with the elbows bent. This is what it looks like. So we're exhaling. Halfway. There's halfway. The elbows are squeezed in. And if we do that, we're going to bring our feet to the tops of the feet. And we're going to inhale. The legs and the knees are off the ground. We lift the heart. And this is called upward facing dog. Inhale. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. So that's your other choice. Let's review again. Come forward into plank. You have a choice here. You can inhale. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Tops of the feet. And then inhale for cobra. Exhale down. Curl the toes. Inhale to plank. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Or you can, let's review the second option. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale in downward facing dog and a full exhale. Deep inhale and a full exhale. Deep inhale and a full exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, and just walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Press into the feet and inhale, reach high. And exhale, hands come back to the heart center. Okay, so let's try some. We'll go nice and slow. Remember your Ujjayi breath, this victory breath. You're going to go nice and slowly. And this is going to bring a beautiful balance and enliven the energy in the body. Okay, it's just a wonderful way to wake up. Bring the hands together at the heart. Feet are hips distance, or they can be together. That's your choice. And inhale, reach high. Exhale, folding low. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, stepping back to plank, and we're going to lower either halfway or to the ground. Inhale for cobra if you went to the ground, or upward facing dog if you went halfway. Deep inhale. And exhale back, downward facing dog. We'll take 5 breaths here. So this is 5 Ujjayi breaths, nice and slow. Take your time. Remember to bend the knees slightly so the hips can pull away from the shoulders and you can really get length through the spine. Pressing firmly, evenly into the hands. And if you can, begin to draw the heels down towards the earth. It doesn't matter if they get there or not. Don't strain. There's just an action in that direction. Okay, take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, and step or hop lightly to the top of the mat. Good. Inhale up halfway. Now, you can keep your fingertips on the ground when you inhale here, or you can use the shins as we've been doing. Inhale. Exhale, folding deeply. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, the hands come to the heart center. Really good job, everybody. Really good job. Let's try it again. We'll just practice a few more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands come down, stepping back to plank. Take an extra breath here. Exhale, lower halfway or to the ground. Inhale for upward dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. A deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step or walk all the way to the top. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, folding deeply. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, hands come back to the heart center. Good. So we're going to do just one more together here before we do some different work. Okay? So bring the palms together at the heart. Remember, stay slow in the breath. Draw it from the back of the throat, this beautiful victory breath. We'll go nice and slow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back, and lower halfway or to the ground. This is exhale. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Bend the knees. Look forward and step lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold deeply. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Really very good. So I'd like you to stand right in the middle of your mat like I am and just open the hands facing forward, stand balanced, and close the eyes for a moment. See if you can tune in to the sensations that you're feeling in the body. See if you can tune into the flow of energy that you're feeling through the body. It can feel like a warmth or a tingling. It can feel like a hum. It can feel electric. People describe it a lot of different ways. I want you to feel and tune into what's happening for you inside. Good. Take a deep inhale. And come with the eyes open. Very good. Now I want us to do the same breathing, but what we're going to do here is just come into a forward fold, a simple forward fold. So I'll give you the side view. The feet are hips distance. So for me, this is hips distance, right about there. It's like having two fists between your feet. So my feet are hips distance. I bring the hands to the crest of the pelvis. I take a deep inhale. I draw the chin in and the chest is out. And as I exhale, I fold forward from the hips. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my first two fingers and I'm going to grab my big toes. From inside the big toe, I'm hooking those big toes and I'm going to come up halfway. And then very gently, I'm going to draw myself down. Release the head. Bring the elbows out to the side, just like that. And I'm going to begin my Ujjayi breath again. Let's inhale together. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Release the toes, bring the hands to the hips. And inhale, come standing. And exhale. Really, really good work. That is a big stretch, and you probably feel that throughout the whole body. Now I'd like you to take your feet apart. A pretty wide stance. If you bring your arms out to the sides, you'll notice that your ankles are kind of underneath your wrists, something close to that, okay? Bring the hands to the hips, and we're going to do the same folding forward, except, of course, our legs are apart. So take a deep inhale, draw the chin in, and lead forward with the chest. As you exhale, come forward. Place the hands onto the ground. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold forward as much as you can without straining. See if you can line up the fingers, the tips of the fingers, with the tips of the toes. Place your hands about shoulder distance apart. And then bring your weight right over the center of the feet. And let's begin our Ujjayi breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Bring the hands to the hips. Press into the feet and inhale. Come to a standing position. Very good. Take a deep inhale here. And a full exhale. Very good. Let's take the hands and we'll interlace the fingers behind our back. We're going to draw the arms down straight so the hands reach toward the ground. And we're going to come into that same forward fold for 5 breaths with the hands interlaced, lifting up over the top of the head. You can watch me first if you're new to this. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, come folding forward. And bring the arms up overhead as much as feels comfortable without straining. Bring the weight over the center of your feet so you're not leaning forward nor are you leaning back. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. A deep inhale. And a full exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A deep inhale. And as you exhale, release fully. And then inhale, press into the feet. And come to a standing position and release the hands. You can heel toe the feet together. Very good. Once again, come standing, feet hips distance apart, and the palms are facing forward. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Deep inhale, full exhale. Deep inhale and a full exhale. Very good. So this next motion is called horse stance. You take a pretty wide stance with the feet and the toes pointing out slightly. So they're not pointing straight ahead, but they're pointing out to the sides slightly. Good. And then you're going to come down. You're going to keep your back straight as best you can and really drop down. And then if you're able, bring the hands together at the heart center. Press the knees outward and draw the spine, the lower spine down as you lift the heart up. Good. This is going to be nice and challenging for you. Do the best that you can. Let's inhale. Ujjayi breath. Calm yourself down. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slow down. Inhale deep. Exhale fully. And inhale, come standing. And exhale. So good, so good. Super challenging. That usually gets your attention. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of a twisting motion, building on everything that we've done to this point. So the arms are out to the side. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left hand over to the right foot. The right arm in the sky. Inhale up. Exhale down the other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, step the feet together. Palms facing. Very good work. Deep inhale. And the full exhale. Very good. Now we're going to do the basic squat. We're working on grounding and strengthen the legs. So basic squat, we're going to have the arms out the whole time from the shoulders, straight out, palms face down, just like that. Bring the feet hips distance apart, and we're going to take an inhale here. And sitting down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going just like this. Last three. And exhaling. And come to a seated position. Whew. So go ahead and sit down on your mat. I'm going to bring you a little closer to me. There we go. Very good. So far, so good on our journey toward balance. Good. So go ahead and extend the legs out in front of you. just like that. Bring your hands first face down by the hips. And see if you can just simply sit up nice and tall. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Press the legs firmly down to the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Good. Now we're going to come into a movement, a dynamic movement of stretching, continuing to build upon the work that we've done so far. So if you have tight hamstrings, and I know what that's like, I come from that school, you might want to have your hands right here on the shins, or even right here on the thighs. If you can reach forward and keep a straight spine, that's great, but it doesn't matter. The main thing that matters is just getting movement through the spine. So we're going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. You ready? Here we go. Notice this is a slightly more rapid breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. In and out through the nose. Here we go. Inhale up. And exhale, relax. Good. I'd like you to come laying down. Very good. Okay, now we're going to work on our core strength. And for these exercises, if you have any soreness in the lower spine, just bring the hands underneath the hips for extra support. Otherwise, the hands can be just right down by the hips. We're going to inhale one leg up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Just like that. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. You should feel the lower spine pressing down toward the earth so that you don't arch in the lower spine. Really focus in on the navel area, the navel point, where we build our power from. We build our power from this center here. Good. Inhale up and we exhale down. Doing good, you guys. Doing really good. Just another minute here. Keep the breath going. Really good. Almost there. Inhale both legs up. Hold. And exhale, relax down. Good. Turn the palms face up for a moment and just simply let go completely. Very, very good. Very good job. Okay, so we're going to do 60 more seconds, and this is a choice that you'll have. You can do both legs, inhale up, exhale down, or you can stay with one leg at a time, inhaling up and exhaling down. Here we go. Here we go. Inhale up. And exhale, relax down. Turn the palms face up, completely relax. Let the energy flow through the entire midsection, through the navel point. Envision this energy, this warmth flowing into the heart center, into the heart and the lungs. And absolutely let go of all effort. All effort stops here. We're not done quite yet, but this is just a slight rest period right here in the middle. Very good. Draw the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze, and then go ahead and roll up to a seated position. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do two last postures here before we have a rest period. So this next posture is about drawing that energy upward. It's a core strengthening and upper body strengthening posture, which really brings that energy upward into the upper body. So we've been working with the legs and we've been working with the core. Now we're going to draw that energy upward. Why? We want a balance through the whole system. This is going to be challenging for some of you, and that's okay. So what we're going to do is kind of a yogi's version of a push-up. Okay? You can come into a normal push-up stance right here. This is like we were before. This is plank pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to just hold this, except we're going to have the tops of the feet flat on the ground. So this requires a lot of core strength. And we're going to breathe as long and deep as we can. Now, if you have to, you can be here. That's okay. Have the toes bent. And if you need to, you can also lower your knees, but stay with the breath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put us on a clock, and we're going to be here for 2 minutes. Let's begin. Inhaling long and deep. This is where that Ujjayi breath, that victory breath, really helps a lot. Here we go. Breathe long and deep. If you need to lower at any moment, you do that. Just remember, you just do that. Okay? Here we go. Keep drawing the belly in. Keep the integrity in the spine, so a nice straight spine. We're already past halfway, less than a minute to go. "30 seconds. Here we go. Inhale deeply. And lower the knees to the ground. Exhale. Beautiful work. And go ahead and press back into child's pose. That's the hips come back towards the heels. The hands reach forward. And if you're able to lower your forehead to the ground, stay with your conscious breathing. Very good. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. And come on up. Very good. I'd like you to come seated with the legs crossed, just like this. Good. We're in perfect timing. So we do one last movement here, and then we're going to lay down for a moment and rest. And then we're going to do a little mini breath. And that's how we'll end our class today and go off into our beautiful day. We'll hear from Aileen and then we'll go from there. Okay. All right. So let's bring the hands onto the shoulders. Just like that. I'd like you to inhale down to the left and exhale over to the right. This is a final stretch of the spine laterally. Think of the spine as a superhighway. And all the work that we've done in the navel center, today we worked on the legs. We've learned our Ujjayi breath. We've worked on sun salutations. We did a lot of work today. All of this work, we want it to be integrated, balanced. We want the spine, the nervous system, to flow. We want a good flow. No blockages, no blockages. Just freedom in the spine. If you have freedom in the spine, you'll have freedom in your life. And we'll say you're only as old as your spine. So no matter what your outer age is, if you keep a healthy spine, you'll be young your entire life. And that's what we all want for each other. We want to be young, youthful, vibrant, have energy, be healthy. And particularly in this strange time when we have different kinds of threats to our health, both physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, we want to be able to do our yoga every day. This is a practice you can do every day. Strengthen yourself. Bring yourself to balance. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Inhale left, exhale right. That's good. Now inhale to center. Pause the breath and exhale. Relax. Deep inhale and a full exhale. A deep inhale. And a full exhale. Please come laying down. And I want you to practice an absolute letting go. Absolute letting go. So, legs extend and release the legs all effort. Palms are face up. You could have the sensation that your chest and your heart are open, fully relaxed. Let the heels sink into the ground beneath you. Let the hips sink in. Shoulders in the back of your head, resting on the earth. Muscles of the fingers and the hands, the shoulders, all relaxed. Relax the muscles of the neck. Relax your jaw. Relax the muscles of the face. Your belly naturally rises and falls with each breath. Relax your tongue. Relax your eyes. And simply lay here in absolute peace, absolute balance. All the work is done. Just absolutely let go. Very good. Let's take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Wiggle the fingers and the toes and rotate the wrists and the ankles. Rub the palms together. Lift the feet and rub the soles of the feet together. Inhale and stretch from fingers all the way down to toes. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Beautiful. And when you're ready, just roll to one side and press yourself up to a seated position. Palms are face up, thumb and forefinger together. We won't have time today to finish with a breath exercise because we've come to the end of our time. But you did a wonderful job in learning Ujjayi breath and applying it to practice today. And that is breath enough for this class. So good job. Take just a second now to recognize inside the feeling that you've been able to cultivate in yourself, the shift that's taken place. Notice the effects of your practice today. Let's bring the palms together at the heart center. And we'll close with a prayer that I like to do. And you can just hum it or repeat it after me or just listen. It goes like this. Universe, that could be God or higher power, great spirit. I use the word universe. So universe, put us in the places you want us to be, with the people you want us to be with, doing the things you want us to do. Thank you for the joys and the challenges of our lives. Amen. Namaste to each of you. The light in me recognizes the light and bows to the light in you. And thank you for coming to class. And whether you're watching this live or on a replay, bring this into your life every day for a while and watch your entire body, mind, and spirit just take off. Namaste. So now we're going to have a word from Eileen. So let me bring her in here. Let's see. Let's see, where is Eileen? Eileen, where are you? Ah, there she is.
Hi.
Okay. I'm going to hide myself so that you can have the screen here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tommy. I'm both invigorated and grounded at the same time. And I love the Ujjayi breath. My name is Eileen Kojima. I'm here today because I'm a recipient of the Westside Community Fund Small Business Grant. I'm also an East Asian medicine practitioner, and I offer acupuncture, Chinese herbal medicine, Eastern nutrition, kyojung, which is a Korean physical manipulation for alignment of the body, and for medical qigong, which is very similar to what we did today with moving the energies and using things like the Ujjayi breath. I'm actually going to share my screen so that you can see some of the things that I'm going to talk about. I'm so grateful to the Citizens Committee for making this grant possible for me. The funds have allowed me to adapt my practice to the guidelines of the CDC and the Department of Health, so that I could reopen my office safely and provide patient treatments during this pandemic. While I've been able to acquire supplies and disinfectants, much more importantly, it really infused new hope and motivation for me to focus on my practice. It was at a time when I was concerned about the survival of my business and of the source of my livelihood, and having the support of a community organization really helped to bolster me and to remind me why I went into this line of work in the first place. And it's because I really love helping people. And now I'm determined to be around to continue to help people in the future with the mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And I've also adapted a portion of my practice to offer telemedicine consultations for when people can't make it into my office. I wanted to give something back to this community today, so I wanted to offer some brief acupressure tips for stress management and seasonal wellness. And this is just a little bit about the fall associations. The whole body is connected and there are many connections, but I did want to focus on the lung organ system and its importance in this season. The lung is very susceptible to dryness, and it's a very windy time of year. We consider the wind to be one of our pathogens, and it can enter the lung system and cause problems by bringing other pathogens, such as the pathogens that cause the common cold and other viruses. So we want to keep our lung system nourished and moist. And we can do this by hydrating with plenty of fluids and eating foods that have a high fluid content. And especially Asian pears, they're specifically nourishing to the lung system. Another thing you can do is keep your neck covered, because this is the area where the wind likes to enter. And it's also a season of reflection and senescence. So we want to make sure that we keep our emotions balanced by connecting to others. So here are the acupressure points that I wanted to share. The first one is Hegu, which is large intestine 4. It can be found between the thumb and the index finger in the thickest part of the muscle. And if you feel, there'll be a tender spot there, and you can apply firm pressure, and you can add Ujjayi breath, actually. And this point is used to relieve stress. It can relieve headaches, any general pains on the upper part of the body. And it's a good point for common colds and fevers and illness, especially at early onset. The next point is Feng Chur, also called gallbladder 20. And this is found at the base of the skull where it meets the neck, just outside of the vertebrae. And you'll feel a depression here and maybe even a tender spot. And this point is used to expel this wind that brings in the pathogens. It relieves headaches and stiff neck, and it can calm the mind. So if you're feeling very stressed or emotionally imbalanced, it will help. Finally, stomach 36, Zusan Li, is a point that can be found about 3 inches below the patella, the kneecap, and found on the outer side of the shin bone. And this is a really important point to increase the body's resilience to pathogens. It strengthens the body and energy, it regulates digestion, and treats stress and fatigue. And you only need a couple of minutes of pressure at each of these points. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, or if you have any health concerns you might want to discuss. I also have a raffle coming up for a free consultation and acupuncture treatment, so please watch out for those. And thank you for your time. I wish you great wellness.
Well, thank you, Eileen. And again, thank you to Rosen and the whole crew at Citizens Committee for New York City. I will be with you again next Tuesday at the same time and the same place. And I will look forward to practicing with you then again. Until then, everybody take good care, and we'll see you soon. Eileen, thank you so much. Blessings.